stop the second I get up, isn't she? How freaking adorable is what she's doing right now. Stay right there. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Hi, Dora. Hi, baby. Keep doing it. It's super cute. Every time I try to catch something cute you're doing on camera, you stop. Keep cleaning. She's like, what am I, your show dog? I don't groom for your entertainment. Hello, frog fans. That was a loud one. Okay, today I think I'm going to be sealing Little Miss Lisa here. She's so cute. I should pop her eyes out first, though. Ah, creepy. Gouge the baby's eyes out. And then there's one. There's two. Okay, cool. Put those over here. Which one's fuller? That's the one that's... Alright, well, I wanted to make a video, and I've been doing too many... Oh, wow, that's really dirty. Sorry. Bird! Why are all my thingamajigs all dirty? That one's not. Okay. Bird! I wanted to make a video, and I feel like I've been doing too many changing videos lately, so I thought, you know, I'd do a little varnishing video where, you know, I just give the normal commentary. Not a tutorial, by the way. Don't feel like I'm at that level yet that I can be telling people, this is how you do this. You know, you can try some techniques that you've seen here if you want to try and replicate them, but I can't 100% guarantee you that it's going to work out well, because I'm still, you know, learning some of the ropes myself. And sometimes things don't always go so well. I tried a sealing technique on the doll I'm working on before, and that's what's taken so long, because the sealing technique went terribly wrong, and I've been spending like all this time trying to recover, and I feel like I've finally gotten her to a place that's acceptable, that I can, you know, try to go in again with a varnish technique that I've done before that has worked. That shouldn't end up terribly. And as long as, you know, it's not a tutorial, but I guess I can tell you what absolutely you shouldn't try, which is sealing the, let me see, thinning medium. You should not try to use this as a sealant, because, let me tell you, you'll get like little white, crunchy, snowflakey type things, and it doesn't end well. However, if you want to add little dry, flaky skin flakes on a part of the doll, adding a little bit of that could probably accomplish that, because that's what it looks like. It looks like incredibly dry skin flakes. But you definitely don't want that all over the doll. Think. Ow, my head. That's what happens when you hit yourself in the head. It hurts. Haha. Dummy. I might need a new sponge for this. La-di-da-di-da. Da-da. I am a weirdo. Okay. let's just... Me strong. Yeah, right. It should not have taken that much effort to break a freaking sponge. Okay, where is my plate that I use for this? Plate. I have misplaced my plate. That's what happens when you move everything. Ah, there it is. Okay, come here, leg. Here, let me show you what I'm fiddling around with here. So this is the system I've got set up, and it's working pretty good, except for the fact that now that everything's, like, this rack is in the way, I can no longer really access these from this angle. There's my plates. There we go. Okay. Get away from the wall of limbs. The wall o' limbs. As a reborn artist, you get to say sentences that you... Ow! My foot. That you never thought you would be able to say. That most people shouldn't say, be able to say. From, you know, stop looking at my wall of limbs. Severed baby limbs. Mix that up right and good. And boop. Boop. Kind of looks like cinnamon bun icing. I do not recommend trying it. It says non-toxic, but I definitely don't think you should ingest it. I definitely don't think it's going to taste like icing, so. Alright. Get a little bit of this. Get a leg. Come here, leg. And so, that coronavirus, huh? Small talk, me. That coronavirus. Let me tell you something. I'm not afraid of the coronavirus. I'm not. I can 100% with full certainty tell you, I'm not afraid of the coronavirus. No. What I am afraid of is the people who are going absolutely nutso in, you know, like, hoarding everything so that, you know, going absolutely full doomsday here before anyone in power has made any huge decisions. Well, at least for here, that's what it's like. Where other people live, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, because, you know, I don't live there, so I'm not really keeping too much track of what's going on over there, because your most important thing is to know what's going on where you live. So I live in Ontario, Canada, and today, Prime Minister Trudeau, he came on and said that, you know, at this point we are, you know, we can't English, we are restricting, you know, international flights, and we're not allowing people with symptoms into the country, we're not allowing people that aren't citizens here, except for, there was a reason why, but I didn't exactly listen to the reason why. But for some reason we are allowing American citizens in. I think it's something to do with, like, you know, we're heavily involved with working with Americans and with their peoples and stuff like that, so I'm not sure. And he's recommending that everyone stays home as much as possible. As far as I know, businesses are still open, like, unless, you know, individual owners decide to close down their businesses. Most businesses are open. There is no sign that the grocery stores are going to close anytime soon. There has been no order to close everything down. We aren't closing the borders, so, I mean, they said that nothing's off the table, so, like, we could potentially close the borders, but the problem is the borders aren't closed yet. There is no shortage of food yet. Not here, at least. The problem is that people are going insane, and they're hoarding all of the stuff, and they're buying it faster than the stores can stock and shelve the items. And basically, I'm not afraid of coronavirus. I'm afraid of the mass hysteria. And, you know, like, if we do end up having to shut down the borders to the point that where we can't get in, like, essential goods, people, like, what people are doing now, by the time that happens, we're already going to be almost out of food and everything. Because everyone is using it all up and buying obscene amounts of everything. Everyone just needs to calm the fork down. I mean, yes, it's scary, you know, like, you know, buy a couple more canned goods. Like, if you don't, my family doesn't usually eat canned goods, so, you know, we did go out and we did buy some canned goods just in case we get put on quarantine for a couple of weeks. And, you know, we, like, buy one more of something than you usually would. Don't buy the entire shelf. I mean, get a little quarantine stock, a little one, not an army's worth, and then, like, then stop. There's no need to be, like, hoarding a military ration in your basement. It's not like we're going full doomsday here, people. The entire country isn't going to close down forever. And, like, you know, it's hurting the people who aren't hoarding things. It's hurting them because, you know, like, people like us, you know, we don't want to hoard stuff because we know it's not right. We know it's not rational. But at the same, and we don't, like, we want to leave stuff for other people. But the problem is, like, everyone else who's hoarding all the stuff, you almost feel, like, compelled to become a hoarder because by the time you actually, like, there's going to be nothing left for the people who are decent. That's not me saying that, you know, you should go and hoard stuff, but, you know, like, it's scary. Coronavirus is not scary. The way people are reacting to it is. How much time are we running on here? This girl can talk. And the one thing I'm baffled by is the people who are like, they're hoarding perishables. Like, why? Why would you hoard perishables? They are perishables. They are going to go bad far quicker than you could possibly use them. And then again, it's running into a problem where people that need them can't get them. Meanwhile, you know, Jack and Jill over there have 10 heads of rotting lettuce in their fridge. And I use the example of rotting lettuce because I have my adorable little bun that you saw earlier, Little Miss Pandora, and, you know, I'm afraid that, you know, I'm going to go to the grocery store one day and there's going to be no lettuce. I know that people in the States have run into that they've gone to go get produce for their bunny, and there has been none left. And, you know, like, having 10 heads of rotting lettuce in your fridge is not going to do anything for you. But what it might do is kill a bunny, because bunnies are very their digestive system is very delicate, and if they go 24 hours, less even, without eating properly, they could die. So, stop hoarding perishables. You could kill a rabbit, and you don't want that on your conscience, do you? Don't kill Thumper. Stop hoarding perishables. You're a Thumper killer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that word on YouTube, am I? You're a Thumper demonetizer. This sealing is going pretty well. Usually I'm really paranoid when I'm sealing, but maybe I should, make videos whenever I'm sealing, because I'm probably half distracted by talking and running my mouth. Whatever could go wrong, there is no way that it could go any more wrong than the sealing I tried before this. God, it was awful. Why am I shaking that? You can't shake this. Like, nothing's gonna happen to it. There's no liquid in it. It's all jelly. Frosting-y. I'm kind of, I'm not sure how spring is going to impact the spread of this. I don't think it's going to make it not a problem, because, it's a problem in places that are hot, too, not just places that are cold, like Canada, but I really don't want to get shut in for spring. Like, I live for when the weather gets warmer. I, half hibernate. That's half the reason that, I disappear sometimes, is because, the winter comes, I don't go outside, I get less sunlight, and I start feeling, the big sad, because I'm not supposed to say that word either, the D word. The big sad. I hear a doggo. I hear a not so happy doggo. I hope he's okay. I mean, I'm not worried about myself. I'm not afraid, I'm not worried about me not being able to eat, and I'm not worried about not having butt paper for myself, because, we use some old socks or something. What I'm worried about is I'm worried about being able to provide for my pets. Because, I have the bunny who needs perishable food regularly, and then I have my reptiles and my toad who need, live insects to eat regularly. So, and I don't, people have been talking about the possibility of mandatory closing of non-essential businesses, and I'm not sure if they would classify pet services as essential or not. A lot of people would argue that it wouldn't be. A lot of people that would argue that it would be, like myself, because I'm one of those people who, my pets are my family. And I'm not going to argue with anyone who says that it's stupid to say that, because, there's no getting through to those people. If you don't have an animal connection like that, then there's no point in arguing it, because, it's something you have to experience to understand. Almost done this leg. This takes a while, man. And then I gotta go downstairs and bake them, put the babies in the oven. There's another weird sentence that you never thought should come out of a person's mouth. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gotta go out tomorrow and get some lettuce for the bunny, and I'm hoping that that goes well. I should film, see how insane the grocery stores are. What time are we at now? Okay, well, I just checked back on the footage, and that's an awfully long time of me just running my mouth, so I think I'm gonna cut this off here and say goodbye for now, and keep living the frogling's life, and stay safe, and stop hoarding. Bye.